Hello my dear friend, my name is Bogdan and I skate this. Wheels on boots, boots on wheels. And today I want to show you and I want to answer you when and really important, how to swap your wheels properly. Because if you skate quite a long time and you don't swap your wheels, I mean you don't replace them in a proper way, you may see like one of your wheels destroying really fast and other wheels are continue to live. So today we are going to distinguish the best way how to swap your wheels. Are you ready, my boy? Let's go. But before we start, please get down in the comment section and let me know, have you ever tried before swapping your wheels? Do you do that? If you do, please let me know about your experience. Was that good? Was that comfortable? Not comfortable? I just want to know. And we are getting started. Alright, so first, the most important question. When we have to replace our wheels. Replace, it doesn't mean to take them off and put the new complex. No. If you're skating soft surface, I mean surface with lack of resistance. It may be polished concrete ground, maybe wood or other surfaces that has less resistance. Your wheels are not so scratched and they live quite a long term. But if you're skating a rough surface, I mean asphalt, especially not very round, not polished concrete, it has a lot of resistance, and this resistance, pay attention, it scratches your wheels quite fastly and they are getting smaller. If you don't replace them in a proper time and in the proper way, they're gonna turn into small pieces of plastic or even bearings inside of your that stands inside of your wheel. Yeah, and it's going to be really awful because skating without the wheels or really small pieces is safely, I don't know, more satisfying, because it takes it takes a lot of your power, a lot of your strength, a lot of your stamina to make these wheels skating. Okay, so you have to replace your wheels. That's first. Second, when you have to do that, if you skate on a rough surface with a lot of resistance, you may pay attention that inner side of your wheels is scratching, scratching a lot. Why is that? Because we are performing breakings, different kind, maybe turns, maybe slides, and after these kind of moves on rough surfaces, we lose some amount of our wheels. And when is the best time to change, to replace your wheels? Just when your inner side of your wheels is getting a little closer to the outer side. When you see that the inner side of your wheel is really more scratched than the outer. Alright, so the best time to change your wheels when the inner side is scratched. That's second rule. The third rule. So how to do that? Well, this is quite simple. You have to take your key. I've got some special system of rockering. I don't use it, but I've got it, so let it be. You may have other system. Maybe you need more keys, not just one. If you've got 2 keys system, of your wheel, you just put it here. You just getting it out. Then you take your wheel, you flip it and put it back. Why do you have to flip it? When you flip it, your inner side that was scratched, way more than outer, is now outside. That means that side, outer side, that had a really less scratched resistance, now is in the inner side. So now you may skate a lot again, make a lot of slides and all this stuff, and you may skate a lot. But it's not so simple. So if that was so simple, I just tell you, well, you made a comment in the comment section that video starts at this point, how to swap your wheels. You just put your key, getting your wheel out, take it out, flip it, put it back, then you screw it and that's done. But it's not so simple. If you're skating progressively, alright, if you're skating and trying to perform some new tricks, you're learning and all this stuff, especially slides, that's very important. And when you do slides on rough surface, you may see such an interesting picture, such interesting scene that your heel is way more smaller, is the smallest, I guess, from all your wheels. It is way smaller than your toe. Why is that? when we performing slide, well, the most amount of them, we are pushing our toe as the waist point. So around the toe we are pushing our heel, and our heel firstly scratching the ground. So our heel gets the most resistance of the surface. It means that this wheel destroys way faster, scratches the ground with the bigger amount of resistance than other wheels. And that means you may just pay attention, my heel is way smaller than toe. If I just take my heel out, flip it and put back, after maybe 20-30 slides on the rough surface, of course, this wheel is going to be less, and again it's going to be smaller, and this wheel is going to be huge. Yeah. So the best way to swap your wheels is to put the biggest one. The biggest wheel is the wheel that scratches the ground less. Yeah, that's obvious. Is to put your biggest wheel to the point where you get the more resistance. With the simple language, take your smallest wheel and put it in the point where your biggest wheel was. And that's it. But pay attention, if I take the heel and I swap it with the toe, I also have to swap my second and third wheel by its places. Why is that? Because this wheel gets the biggest amount of resistance, smaller and the smallest. That means that this wheel is smallest, this wheel is a little bit bigger and biggest. So I'm swapping my first and fourth wheel, second and third, like that. And that's it. But here is the thing, I've got two legs. Yeah, that's cool. And if I take my second wheel, the picture is a little bit different. I'm also performing slide with my left foot, but not so much that with my right. If I see that my toe of my left boot is bigger than of the right now they're quite the same size, so I don't think that's a good idea. But if I see that my that wheels on my left boot bigger than wheels on right, I will take it from the left, yeah, and put it into the right with the same shim, with the same system. So the biggest wheel from the left will go to the point where I get the bigger amount of resistance, yeah, and the smallest wheel from the left boot will go to the point where I get on the right boot the less amount of resistance, of scratching the ground. And that's it. So you may comment a second time. The main mind of this video, you may comment in the comment section, it starts at this point, is to take your wheel, the smallest one, and to put into the position where you get the smallest amount of resistance. So in that way, this system will help you to scratch your wheels approximately to the same size. Yeah, of course, you'll get from after some period of skating, smaller wheel, bigger wheel, but at the end, when your wheels will turn into small pieces of plastic, yeah, that is situated in the center, they will be scratched with quite the same amount of resistance. Because if you just flip your wheels, you may just look at my right blade. Where is that? Here. If I just flip my wheels, my heel will end very fast, because my toe gets less amount of resistance. Let's perform that. I will change on the right blade my heel with toe and my second and third wheel. On the left boot, I don't see like my heel is smaller than my toe. I can just take my finger. I don't have a special equipment to distinguish the proper size of each wheel. So I take just my finger. Yeah. They're approximately the same. So I just take my wheel and flip it. On the left boot, in my case, that works. In your case, I don't know. Let's see. Let's start with the easier one. Oi, sorry. I mean difficult one, with the right blade, where I have to flip and change first with fourth and second with third. I just take my key.
Yeah, screw it out. Up, down.
Okay, that was my third wheel. Now I put it in the position of second wheel and I flip it. I'm flipping it.
Like that, and like that. Good.
Now this one, this was my second wheel. Now I have to put that on the position of sword. Also flipping it.
Like that.
If sometimes that happens, that's okay. If you see that your inner side is not so scratched, for example, the inner side of your toe is not so scratched as the inner side of your force wheel, you may just swap them without flipping your bigger wheel. That's okay. The main thing that you should remember, always try to understand where is more and where is less resistance. There is no some special schemes, you know, put your second wheel somewhere, put your first wheel there. No. You always have to analyze your push, analyze your anthropometric, that's parameters of your body, because some of us has more weight, some of us has less, some of us has bigger right foot and smaller left one, shorter. That's okay, that's all right. So there is no scheme that will work for everybody. I mean a special scheme when you have to put your second wheel to the third position of your left. No. You always have to look. Oh my god. Just see what I found in my wheel. I'm interested. Is that comfortable to skate with that thing? Okay, it will take some time. Let me put it out. It is important to analyze your parameters and to put wheels in the proper position just for your push. So if you're skating and pushing your right heel, you have to put into your right heel the bigger wheel, the biggest, sorry. And if your toe is way bigger, that means that you get less pressure in the toe. So take the smallest wheel and put at the point where you get smallest amount of resistance. Okay, I need some time to put it out. Wait me for a little, I'll do it and then I'll come back. God damn, this is so hard. Oh my god, I broke my knife.
What can I do? What can I do? No one's any what I used to be. Not saying what I used to be.
2,000 years later.
Oh my god, guys, it took me such a long time. Easy, here it is. So yeah, this is also why is that important to replace your wheels? Because when you do that, you may find some treasures, you know, treasures. Let's name the treasures in your wheels. All right, that happens sometimes. Good. Let me finish my replacing and I'll show you the result. Cool, pay attention. So I flipped all of my wheels, yeah, you see? And when I took my toe into the heel, no, I wanted to put it, the biggest wheel in the place where I get biggest resistance. Pay attention, my inner side, this one, is not so scratched like on these wheels. So here is flipped wheels. We may see that, yeah, that's the best variant. So bigger amount of wheel is in the inner side, so I'm going to scratch well. But if I take this wheel, you see, the outer side was just here, is not, is way scratched than the inner. So I take again my inner and put it like this. So sometimes you don't have to flip your wheels. That means that you always have to watch your situation to analyze what's going on, so to pick the best variant for your wheels. Give me a second, I'll put it just like this.
And like this.
So let's see what we've got. Smallest wheel, bigger, biggest. Also pay attention, flipped, not flipped, because it still has a lot of amount of wheel in the inner side. So I didn't flip that. You may see it with the picture of the wheel. That's not flipped, and that's cool. I still got second foot, you know. That's a big present. That's a super news that I've got both of my legs. That's cool. I've got them, so I'm gonna use them. Also, I'm gonna flip my wheels. Yeah, on the left boot, I don't see that my heel or my toe is scratched less or more. So I just flip them. So I take my heel, I just flip it, put it back. Yeah, that would be enough. So yeah, you may see that, especially on my third wheel, that inner side, it was in, now it's out. Inner side is really scratched, so it's time to put it in the outer side. What gets wrong when you don't at least flip your wheels? Your inner line, you see that was inner line, now it's outer, because outer part of my blade, it gets so much aside and scratches a lot your plastic, so very soon you're performing slides while turning, so you like doing a turn. So when you don't flip your wheels, your wheel, yeah, your inner side of your wheel is getting aside, and your inner side scratching not the wheel. I mean, while skating the rough surface, you're scratching not the ground with your wheel, you're scratching it with the plastic. And your turn turns into a slide or even a split. If you know how to perform split on wheels, not a problem. But if you don't, be careful, my boy. Okay, the last wheel left. Oh my god! My key is flying.
Okay, I took my toe, nose part, yeah, nose. Put it here, and just like...
You know that a lot of cool systems, rockering, oh, it works. A lot of systems of rockering, how you may do that with your frame. My opinion, it is not comfortable to replace your wheels. Okay, if I skate slalom, that's cool. But I'm skating mushroom blading, I'm eating mushrooms and skating, so I don't really need this thing. But why do you skate this frame if you don't need it? Because I want. So, this is the replaced variant of my wheels. You can see that now in the inner side of my boot I've got bigger amount of wheel, yeah, of meat of wheel, alright. And on my right blade my heel is bigger, then I've got smaller, and the smallest wheel in my toe. So this is the best setup for me. This video is just about the scheme when you have to watch, you have to analyze, you have to distinguish where you get the biggest amount of pressure, yeah, of resistance with the ground, and the smallest, and then just replace your wheels. Thank you so much, my boy. I hope this video was useful for you. Just let me know in the comment section, was that useful? Yeah, I know it's a little long, but that's okay. We don't have to hurry up. Just take your time. If you want me to explain any other things about your wheels on boots on wheels, just let me know in the comment section. Bye bye!